tromba d'aria. Ma porca miseria.
Un tornado.
Severe weather in Rome caused damage, disruption, and traffic problems this morning, Wednesday, June 3rd, due to heavy rains that lashed the city. A tornado also struck, causing damage and uprooting numerous trees in the northeast of the capital. Viral videos on social media show the moment the powerful tornado struck, destroying everything in its path. Numerous calls were made to local firefighters and police. The tornado struck particularly in the Ponte Salario and Conca areas, destroying trees, street lighting, and signs.
Qui è tutto distrutto, ragazzi. Alberi.
The worst damage was recorded in the area between Via dei Prati Fiscali, Largo Valtournanche, Via di Ponte Salario, and Via Conca. Dozens of trees and branches fell onto parked cars, causing damage and obstructing traffic. Several vertical signs and street signs were knocked down, trash bins were overturned, and the streets were littered with tiles and various materials flying from rooftops and balconies. Bad weather and fallen trees have caused significant traffic disruptions, with several roads closed. Traffic was blocked in both directions on the Eastern Ring Road near the Salaria intersection due to a tree falling across the road. Dozens of interventions have been carried out by Rome's firefighters, and further action is still pending. The greatest damage occurred at the weekly open-air market in Val di Sangro, where fruit and vegetable stalls were swept away and collapsed onto parked cars. One person suffered minor injuries in the Prati Fiscali area. The person was in their car when they were struck by the branches of two large pine trees that fell close to each other. According to preliminary findings from the city's Department of the Environment, the two trees belong to private property, the Salesian Institute, and the State Property Office.
Signore miracolato. Sì. Sì. È uscito illeso da stampa.
Patrols from the Nomentano local police unit are still working to secure the intersection of Via Valtellice and Via Prati Fiscali. However, the recent bad weather doesn't stop there. According to forecasts from the Italian Meteorological Center, a new wave of rain is expected in the coming days, with some heavy rainfall, particularly in the north. More sporadic, but still possible in central Italy.
Prati Fiscali, via la parete sempre. No, mulai dari mana?
Temperatures will hover around seasonal averages, at least until next weekend. The severe weather is also affecting the area between Chivasso and Vercelli in particular, with hundreds of calls to the fire brigade following a powerful storm that struck between 4 and 5 p.m. today. A powerful storm hit Crescentino, causing widespread damage throughout the municipality, reported the mayor of Vercelli, Vittorio Ferrero. The municipality, together with technicians and emergency teams, has carried out inspections and is taking the necessary measures based on the reports. Flooding, collapsed walls, and power outages were reported in many areas, with water leaking from lights. The main damage occurred at an elementary school on Corso Roma. One of its many roofs was ripped off, with part of the sheet metal covering falling onto the street. For this reason, the mayor immediately decided to suspend classes tomorrow. Flooding, fallen trees, and collapsed roofs also occurred in the Canavese and Chivasso areas, causing major disruptions along Via Garibaldi in Montanaro, at the Torazza Piemonte School, in San Sebastiano d'Apo, and in the Boschetto district of Chivasso, where a roof collapsed. In Borgo Revel, a district of Verolengo, there were also reports of fallen roof tiles, uprooted trees, and broken windows. All of this was caused by a downburst, a meteorological phenomenon caused by strong winds descending from thunderclouds and reaching speeds of up to 100 kilometers per hour. In Rivarolo Canavese, the tunnel on Via delle Foibe was flooded, while train traffic on the Turin-Germagnano line was suspended from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. The storm damaged 3-level crossings between Nole and Germagnano, causing delays and train cancellations before RFY technicians could carry out repairs. In the Oviro area of Lanzo, a tree fell on a power line, causing an entire village to experience a power outage.